Hey guys, in this image we are going to lift the exposure. We are going to flatten out the whites a bit to keep detail in her dress and also to give kind of a soft feel and look to the image. We're going to straighten it just a little bit. Doesn't need a lot, but it needs a little. And then we're going to use a preset from my starter pack preset to give it kind of a tone and a little bit of a touch of warmth to it. And so let's start. I'm going to click on the basic panel to begin. And I'm going to lift the exposure. And again, I'm looking at her face only just to make sure I get the tonal range on her face correctly. Now, this is a high key image, and you can tell that it is because most of my histogram mountains shift to the right. Now, there are dark tones in here, but for the most part, it is a high key image. Even though it is a high key image, I still want to find my black point. So I'm going to hold down the Option key and drag the black slider till I see those begin to appear. They're up here in these areas of the image. And I do that because I want to have a good tonal range in my image. Even though most of the tones are on the bright side, I still want to have good tonal range. And that will give me a beautiful image. Now I want to drop my whites and my highlights. And this is going to flatten out my whites. It is going to give me an image that has a little bit of flatness to it, less kind of bright spikes in it. And that's what I want. I want to just have an image with a great feel to it. Now, I'm not going to do color balance, and that's because I'm going to use a preset that will add a little bit of warmth anyway. And so I could switch this if I wanted, but I don't. So I'm going to go to lens correction. I want to straighten this image, and so I'm going to click on level. And what level's going to do is, again, use the vertical lines to straighten this image. Now, if I click full, it's going to use both the vertical and the horizontal lines to straighten. And let's see what happens to that. Okay, that is not what we want, obviously. We don't want those horizontal lines to be straightened. So let's use level. It will only use the vertical lines. And then I want to add a preset, and this preset comes from my starter pack preset, which is free on the website. And the one I want to use is called Hero Vintage Soft. And by adding that, it's just going to give me a little bit of a warmth, a little bit of a glow to the image, and just a little bit of softness. And so to me, that image is done, and I really like how it's toned. And so that was a really quick edit and a way to use a preset to get a unique look.